Hello, how are you? So, the subject today is going to be about breastfeeding. My niece and I were having a conversation the other day, and I don't know how we got on the topic of breastfeeding, but we did. And I know I may get a lot of heat for this video, but it has to be said. So, I have a question. When did breastfeeding become a taboo? I'm not sure why or when the shift happened to why mothers are not breastfeeding anymore, but I remember a time when I was breastfeeding my baby and out in public and being criticized for breastfeeding. And not sure why, because they make these nice fancy blankets now, and I had the blanket on, and he's under the blanket, and people would look at me funny, give me the side eye. I've even had um, a woman one time say to me, "Why don't you do that, somewhere else?" And I never see people criticizing when you're feeding your baby with a bottle, saying feed the baby somewhere else. And it's very hurtful when you're trying to give your baby the best milk on the planet and you're being criticized for it. And even worse, the story that my niece told is that someone had told her to go to the bathroom to feed her baby. And thank goodness someone was there to stick up for her to say, no, she could feed her baby right here. She has a blanket. And we wouldn't ask a mother that's feeding her baby with a bottle to go to the bathroom to feed their baby. Or as an adult, would you go into the bathroom to eat food yourself? So why say that to a breastfeeding mother? Um, I come from a family where everyone breastfed. My mom has five daughters, so I have four sisters, and I watched my mom breastfeed all of them. And it wasn't even a question when we had our babies if we were going to breastfeed. That's what we saw, that's what we knew. And as mothers growing up, and we found out all the benefits that breastfeeding has. So when you're breastfeeding, the first year of life, your breast milk has all the vitamins and nutrients that the baby needs to grow. Babies have less um, ear infections or catch colds because of the antibodies in the breast milk. The antibodies help protect the babies from illness. And there's so many more benefits that breastfeeding has. And we have to be careful with the formulas. What are they putting in the formulas? Um, And I don't want to attack mothers that decide that they want to give their babies formula other than breastfeeding. I'm just saying, don't give up on breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is the best thing for your baby. The bond or the feeling that you get when the connection that you make with the babies when you're breastfeeding is just words can't express that feeling. And I feel that every mother deserves to have that connection and that feeling with their baby. God designed our bodies to feed our children, our babies, breast milk. God designed our bodies as women to be able to feed our children, our babies. So sometimes I hear mothers, oh, it hurts. It does hurt, but that hurt goes away. You just have to go through it until it doesn't hurt anymore. I hear mothers say, the baby won't latch on. It takes practice. You have to do it again and again, but eventually the baby will latch on. I hear mothers say, I stopped because, my milk wasn't coming down. It takes time. Your baby is going to have to latch on and eat throughout the day. It might take 3 days before you really feel the downpour of milk coming. And do the research. Don't give up, ladies, when it comes to the health and well-being of your babies. Research, what can I do to make sure that my milk comes down? Am I drinking enough fluids? Am I drinking enough water? Maybe you have to put a warm compress on your breast. Whatever it is that you need to do to make you feel comfortable, do it. And again, if you decide that breastfeeding is not for you, that's okay. But please, society has to stop making mothers that do want to breastfeed feel bad about breastfeeding their children. We should be able to breastfeed our children in public the same way you can give your baby a bottle. So I just wanted to put some of the benefits of breastfeeding out there. As a breastfeeding mom that was chastised and people making comments to me that, were hurtful, and my niece experienced the same thing. I wanted to just put that out there. So I'm going to put links in the chat of the benefits of breastfeeding. And guys, we can do it as a community, encourage each other to give our babies the best milk on the planet that God designed for us to feed them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.